As Israel's 12th Prime Minister, Ehud Olmert launched a campaign against Hamas to the south, fought a war in Lebanon to the north, launched a covert airstrike on a suspected Syrian nuclear reactor, yet came tantalisingly close to striking a peace deal with the Palestinians. Olmert has agreed to give his insights to the free press about the vital lessons Israel has to learn, what the Arab world is really thinking, and how Hamas could have been wiped out. Do you have a sense, now that some time has passed, of how on earth this was possible in a state with such a reputation for security?
I knew that something bad will happen. I didn't have any idea that this is what will happen. We really thought that we can get away without addressing ourselves to the need to cope with the potential ramifications of occupying millions of people without providing them with rights, and that it can work. I felt that we are going to be punished for the arrogance.
How does the arrogance that you talk about translate into security and intelligence failures along the south?
We have seen them all training, our cameras, our cybers. We have noticed everything. But those who have to take decisions, starting with the Prime Minister himself, these are Arabs. They are primitives. Who are they that they can do things like that? No, this is impossible. This was the arrogance, that we never assumed that the Palestinians or the Arabs can be so smart as to do to us what we thought that only we can do to them.
Whilst Arab leaders condemn Israel's actions in Gaza, Ehud Olmert says their private stances will be different.
There is nothing that they want more than that Israel will succeed in crashing Hamas. Hamas is not only the enemy of Israel. Murderous organizations are the enemies of the more moderate countries, and they are scared of them as we are. The reason that they don't spell it out publicly is because they are afraid of the reaction within their own countries of the possible appearance of cooperation with Israel. So I think that we have to get rid of Hamas. And then to be able to establish a new axis of moderate countries.
Just after Christmas 2008, Olmert launched Operation Cast Lead against Hamas in Gaza. 22 bloody days later, a ceasefire was declared, much to Olmert's regret.
We could have destroyed Hamas completely. The problem was that the hostilities started a month before the general elections in Israel. While we started the operation, I found out immediately that Hamas is very weak. And then I decided to expand the operation and to broaden the reach of the Israeli soldiers in order to destroy completely the infrastructure of Hamas in Gaza. However, the defense establishment of Israel was completely against it, for whatever reasons. And so we missed the last great opportunity we had to get rid of Hamas.
There have been so many occasions in the last few decades where peace has felt almost in touching distance. If we zoom out, is there something about the psychology which is just stopping peace from breaking out?
Look, let's not kid ourselves. The fact that there is no peace is completely the responsibility of the Palestinians. I proposed to them the peace, which was the realization of all their wild dreams. Two-state solution, 67 borders, Arab side of Jerusalem, a holy basin, refuge, everything. They didn't sign it. While I think that ultimately their responsibility is so much greater, I don't ignore our contribution. As a result of euphoric dreams, messianic hallucinations about the history of the Jewish people, the greatness of Israel, the promises of God and whatnot.
The great unknown is who runs Gaza once Israel's mission is complete. For Olmert, it's time for the West to step up and actually step in.
If the West doesn't want what happened now to repeat itself in a year or 2 years' time, there is only one alternative, that you will come for a short period of time, all the Western forces, Arabs will not come no matter what. Israel is not supposed to come because you guys don't want Israel to come because that will trigger more and more violence. Subsequently, the Palestinians will take over from you. For you to want to do it, you probably will come to us and say, you have to make a commitment right away that at the end of the military campaign, Israel is prepared to engage in political negotiations with the Palestinian Authority for a two-state solution.